So now we come to the CHESSCON news. And what we have today is our CHESSCON live view and live view for ECN4.
Okay.
And we are very happy that we can present it. And let's go and start and see what is so beautiful about this system. So how does the CHESSCON live view work? Live view is the entirely new digital twin can be the entirely new digital twin of your terminal. Live view can generate a 3D all aspect live moving overview by just one mouse click. And if connected to a TOS, you have all information that is hidden in the TOS at hand with just one mouse click, and it will be transferred into a 3D view. And you can click on the application and you will have pop-up dashboards, which you can see here on the left-hand side, immediately showing you what's going on with your equipment or with your container inventory. So this is a system that can be quite easily connected to the TOS or to any sort of data bank or data lake available. So you can have, for example, unlimited number of attributes regarding POD, POL, and voyage time of your containers, of your equipment. And regarding your equipment, of course, you can see position, speed, battery, and fuel state, and everything you need to get a good overview about the maintenance status of your equipment. And this is all quite easy to connect to the TOS system and to implement into your live environment. You could even have a historical replay function that shows shifts with related KPIs. And this is what we feel is a sort of quantum leap towards the digital twinning. In our systems, this is not anymore just a word, but we have developed it. Horst-Dieter will show the live system in a few minutes. And we will go further to the first module, let me call it a module, which is ECN4. Horst-Dieter.
Yes, what I want to show you now in a few minutes is a live presentation of our new model. It's called Live View ECN4. Yeah, what is Live View ECN4? It's a special version of our live view system, which is connected to the N4 system. This is the ECN4 means this is the interface to EC stands for equipment control for N4. So all the equipment, normally the manual equipment, are connected to the ECN4 and never sends out over this interface all the orders to the equipment. And we are connecting to this interface, and then we have more or less a thing about simulation and real order giving from that. So what you can see with this system is a complete 3D with all your equipment, which means RTGs, trucks, reach stacker, and also all the containers you can see, and you can see also the movement. Additionally, we are able also to read the N4 log files so that we can play historical shifts out of the log files. So then it's very easy to replay something. The main thing here is in the ECN4, Live View ECN4, that you only need the normal N4 system and not more. So against here you have a plug and play system. You need only the ECN4 and the prime mode, not more. So nothing else, no IT platform. You don't need a PDS system. You don't need GPS or other things on the equipment side. It can be integrated because it's a special module of our ECM of our live view system. But for the first, if you want to have a digital twin, so you need only a normal N4 system, and additionally our CHESSCON live view system, not more, no other software, no other hardware, and this is, I think, very cool to have it.
Can I have one question?
Yeah, of course.
But what if, so we have learned that this system is, so to say, specialized in N4, in being connected to the N4 TOS.
Yes.
And it's the advantage is clearly that it's so to say a plug and play system more or less.
Yeah.
As long as you have TOS on your terminal in N4 TOS, Navis N4 TOS on your terminal in operation.
Yeah.
But what if you have a different TOS? There are more than just Navis in the world. Would it also be possible?
Yeah, of course. Yes. What I mentioned here, we have a special version, the ECN4. If you go to the next slide, you see we have here on the right side our CHESSCON system. What you see on the right side, we have here the same things as we have it, for example, in the emulation side, for the emulation side. In the emulation system, we have here in the middle, we have other drivers, yes? So we have here, for example, other TOS. And here we have special drivers for other TOSes. We have really implemented of the emulation side a lot of other TOSes. Here for our live view system, what I want to show you in 1 minute, I hope so, in the live presentation is the Navis N4 system, really a production system. So this is the other thing with the emulation system. In the emulation system, you have a complete test environment. Here in the live view system, we have the real system. So this system is completely running, and what we are doing now is we are connecting to the ECN4, and you see this is one way only to CHESSCON. CHESSCON gives nothing back to the N4 system. We are only listening. We are reading the yard inventory, we are showing the yard inventory, and then we are reading all the orders from the equipment, and then we are showing the orders in the live system. This is what live view is. So you can, or William said in this presentation, emulation can't be out of the shell. It's absolutely right. If you have an emulation system, you need a test environment. You have to build up all these things, and you have to build up a scenario, and so on and so on. And here, with a live view system, you don't need such things. This is more or less out of the shell, because we are only showing the live view and not completely here the emulation environment with all the things. You can get it with our CHESSCON virtual terminal. Also, the right one is based, or our system is completely based on the virtual terminal.
So just a few words regarding the choose of the customer. The client has the choose of 2 stages. He has 2 options. He could have a full style, full scope digital twin, which is based on a complete data lake. So then you have not only the TOS data available, but also all maintenance data or fuel status of your, for example, of your sturgeon carriers and so on. And all that stuff you need to have a good overview about the maintenance status and of course about the operational status of your terminal. Or you start with the CHESSCON Live View ECN4. This is if you have a Navis in operation that is quite almost off the shelf, easy to plug in and easy to implement and easy to start out with. And of course, after that, you could switch over after a few years or months, you could switch over to a complete data bank. And what Horst-Dieter pointed out is I think it's a very important point that also if you do not go for Navis, of course, other systems can also be TOS, can also be connected to our CHESSCON Live View system in quite an easy way. It's of course a little bit more work because we have to change the interfaces, but it is possible with minor efforts. Let me put it this way. And now we have, I hope, Horst-Dieter, I think you are ready to go, ready to start.
Yes, I am ready to go. So, yes, I will share my screen now. What I want to show you now is really a connection to the Navis system in combination with the ECN4 and 4 system. So I will start our live view system. And also what I want to do is to start the ECN4 instance, the XPS client on my computer side. I have to log in is XPS, and you see this is the normal XPS client. You have here our yard. This is the presentation of Navis of our yard, and here you see the presentation we have of the yard completely in 3D with everything inside, the containers, the cranes, and so on. And here you see there all equipment is transparent, which means this is currently not inactive. So what we have here, I have the console from Navis. We have here equipment, a lot of equipment. All the equipment is not logged in currently. And we look here, here's a parking area for all the trucks. And if I go here in, for example, PT number 7, I can open the screen. This is normally the driver's screen. And if a driver goes, he has to log in. And if you're logged in, he has to go to home, and there you have to connect to Bombard. And then you see here immediately in real time that also the truck is logged in, and also the truck is logged in here in the Navis system. So if you log out, then it's logged out, also logged out here in the Navis system. This is how it works. This is also possible for other things. You can, for example, click here on the RTG. We have RTG number 21. If I want to log in this one, I can go in here. This is normal Navis stuff, 21. I can call also here the screen. I can go in and log in and go to home. And you see immediately here, this screen is logged in. So also what we have here is so-called billboards. You can see the state, it's form logged in, is currently logged in. The same is if you log out. Unavailable. Unavailable? Yes, okay. So you see it's logged out. Everything is working fine with such an environment. And for example, if you want to make a move or whatever, then you can do it also here with the Navis system, the normal Navis system. I have now a real shift. We have only one equipment logged in. And if I go then to Prime Road, then the, let me look here, TT, Prime Road TT. Yes, you see that the truck will get the order from Navis. You see it also here. and we will have it in the same way here in the screen. This is the thing what we are doing. If you know a little bit about the ECN4, ECN4 makes things stepwise. So he sends something to the in order to the equipment, but normally Nevis doesn't know the position, and also not the position. He doesn't know the real position, and this is what we are doing here with simulation. So the way go to crane, this is what we are simulating. And here you see the truck is now red. This means he is in our simulation, it is on the crane side, but if it's red, he is not currently really on the side, because you have to type in, the driver has to type in the next step. And immediately after we are going make next step, we are here on the crane side, then you see the truck is green. This is also one of the steps which you can't see with on the Nevis side. So this was a really a fast simulation, not simulation example, how our chess view is working, live view is working with a real toss and also with a real connection. And I have also prepared here one with the ECN4 replay, so that we can have also, or we can also go reading the log files, and we can replay a log file. So if I start this one now, it takes 2 seconds, and then we get this 3D animations. It's the same as we have it in the last time, the same terminal. And you see here also what we have internally in the live view system is that we have the complete yard view in this system. So what you also can do, you can filter containers as you like. For example, if you want to show the flow of the container, then you can mark these containers. You can see in this case here what are import containers, what are export containers. You see the 10 shipment containers. This is only an example. We have a lot of more things what you can do. You can filter what you want. We have all the attributes from the Nevis system with arrival ports, destination ports, and so on. And then you can filter the things here in this 3D. This is also included, but this I don't want to show you now, not completely and in detail. But also what you can do, for example, you can say, okay, I want to show this all in gray. And what I want to do now is I want to show nothing from the container side, because I want to look and show only the equipment. This is also possible. Now I have started the replay, and now you see what is going on with your equipment. This is not emulation. This is not simulation. This is really from the Nevis and 4 logs. So here you can see what the equipment are doing. What we also can make here, you can give us information. You see here, this RTG has now get an order. And if you look here, this is the same container. And these are completely controlled by the Nevis system. What we are doing is here a simulation between the movements. This is what we are simulating. Other things are completely done by the Nevis system. So here now the crane gets an order. So we marked it green, and also the truck is green. everything is moving fine, and now I think the truck will get in second a new order. Yeah, you have to drive to the crane, back to the crane. Now he is order end, and now he is green. He is at the crane side. So you see, yes.
Horst-Dieter, I just want to add that in the real system, the real application that you are watching right now, all you can see here, the equipment going forth and back is more fluent or absolutely fluent.
Yeah,
just because of the frame rate of Teams here, isn't it? They cannot broadcast it flawlessly, but if you have the system on your own, it's absolutely it's fluent.
Yeah. This is a problem of Teams, not a problem of our system. We are running it more than 50 frames per second, so you have a really smooth movement on your terminal. But I think Teams makes, I don't know, 10 times per second, or maybe only 5 times per second. So you see only the jumping of the equipment, and if I look here, I see all the things are fine and moving fine from one position to the other position. So this was very roughly what we can do with CHESSCON Live View. So you can connect now your Nevis N4 system to our CHESSCON system. We have normally only to build up here your virtual environment. For this, we can import all the stuffs, or we can import the Nevis yard file. And if you have it done very good, so then we are able to import it very quickly, and you get such a view then for your equipment. So you can see really all the equipment, where the equipment are, the states of the equipment. You can see where you have queues and so on. So normally you have more queues here on the RTG side. And if you are interesting, we can in the other presentation, we can show you this really running container terminal. This is here based on our test system we have here in the office, but we have really also tested the system with real data, so that we can show you a complete shift of existing real terminals.
So, just one. Please let me add just one information. This is to bear in mind. This is only the information or the data available solely from the TOS. So imagine what you could do with a system like this if it was connected to a data lake. I think that will be. I think that Paul Kokott will tell us a little bit more about that later on. So the possibilities, the opportunities you could have with a system like this are almost unlimited, right?
Yeah, of course, yes. This is only here a showcase what we can show here inside. This is more or less the Nevis stuff. These are the forms you can see, but you can also add something if you have, for example, an interface to your equipment. Then we can show everything you want here. And of course, we are currently also developing a system that is the same as we have it for the yard view system, so that you can filter and look to these are the trucks, and you can look into these. You see all the trucks at the moment. You can filter the state, for example, all with you can then go to them. You can point to them, and so on. You can then say, okay, show me all your equipment which are currently on crane number 9, for example. Then you can filter and you can say, okay, these are these ones. and then you have buttons to say, okay, show me only this equipment and follow this equipment. You can also put additionally here, pointers here with other properties, for example. This is all possible. So we have a complete open system, and with this open system, you can put in everything you want.